Hi, I'm Keith, and this is my YouTube channel where I do Star Trek fan fiction. I have my Starfleet t-shirt on, I wrote 3 brand new pages, and let's get started. Captain's log, stardate 3432. 2 hours from our destination of the third moon of Deimos 5, the Enterprise is slowing down and changing its heading for no known reason. Engineer Scott has been working on the problem, but as of now has not identified the underlying issue. Where are we heading? Kirk asked Sulu, who was busy trying to correct the ship's trajectory. If we keep going where we are headed, we will arrive at the Nexus solar system. How long? And can you pinpoint the destination any closer? Approximately 12 hours, and no, I can't identify where we will end up. There are 3 planets and a sun, but the system is basically uncharted. Are we in some sort of tractor beam? Kirk asked rhetorically. I can't detect any kind of energy pulling us, Scott replied. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. Well, whatever, or whoever wants this seems to have the technology to do as they please. Yes, Captain, a voice called out from the front of the bridge. An alien, dressed in a uniform, stood before the bridge crew with his arms raised. We welcome you to our system, the alien stated with a smile. What system is that? Kirk asked. And who are you? You can call me John, as my real name would be almost unpronounceable. And the system has no name. We call it home, John replied. Why are you taking us to your home? Kirk asked. Why didn't you contact us first and let us know you wanted us to visit? I'm sure Starfleet would have made arrangements. We are not familiar with your Starfleet, and we didn't think you would respond to our invitation willingly. Why not? Kirk asked. If we would have appeared here and asked you, how would you have replied? John asked. I would have said, we need to talk to Starfleet, like I said. Now, will you let my ship go? I will contact Starfleet and see what they say. How long will it take to communicate with your Starfleet? Uhura spoke up. 3 days for the transmission and 3 days to respond. And that doesn't count the amount of time it would take for them to make a decision. I would think 10 days would be appropriate, Kirk replied. But I can have your ship to my home planet in less than that. Why waste time with formalities? I'm sure they would agree to your ship to accept our invitation. What invitation? You are forcing us with some hidden tractor beam. Actually, Captain, there is no tractor beam. The technology we are using to change your ship's direction and speed is beyond your comprehension. I don't care how you're doing it. Stop it and let us go, Kirk stated. The alien John stood and thought for a moment. I will take it under advisement. What does that mean? Kirk asked. Stop stalling and let us go. John waved his hand and the Enterprise was free of his control. Sulu spoke up. I've regained control, Captain. Do you want me to change our heading back? Yes, helmsman, Kirk replied. Sulu flipped some switches and pushed some buttons, and the Enterprise changes it back to its original heading. Thank you, Kirk said, as a formality. We will contact Starfleet and see how they want to proceed, Kirk said. In the meantime, why don't you join us in the conference room so we can chat? That sounds like a fantastic idea. But first, I need you to remove your Vulcan officer from the ship. What? Why? Kirk asked. We have a long, bitter history with the Vulcan race, and I will not entertain a stay with one on board. We can't exactly beam Spock off the ship. There is nowhere for him to go. Put him in a shuttlecraft. He can tag behind, the alien stated. I will not be placing my first officer in a shuttlecraft or beaming him into space because of your demand, Kirk replied. We can assign you a cabin and steer clear of Spock. We can chat there. The alien lifted his chin and took a sniff with his nose. I can smell it from here. Spock works on the bridge, Kirk replied. What do you expect? Fine. Have one of your crew lead me to my cabin and make sure the Vulcan is nowhere near me. Kirk called for Security Officer Dickerson to the bridge to escort the alien to his cabin. Then Spock entered the bridge from the turbolift and spotted the alien, stopping in his tracks. Captain, are you aware of who is standing on the bridge? No, Kirk replied, but he says he wants nothing to do with you. Fascinating, Spock replied. raising an eyebrow and pulling his phaser, ready to fire. 3 pages. I have like 60 of these on this page. I have a playlist. If you enjoy it, go down and find my playlist or just go through my videos. I do appreciate you being here, and thank you for showing up.